Yuji Itadori is the hero who doesn't matter. We have been trained from childhood to look for the dream. In almost every shonen anime we love, the protagonist is defined by a massive, world-changing ambition, a goal so loud it echoes across the entire series. I will be the Pirate King. I will be the Hokage. I will protect everyone. We are addicted to the myth of the chosen one. We want to believe that if you have enough willpower, reality itself will bend to accommodate you. We are taught that the universe owes you a victory just because you refuse to give up, that suffering is merely a down payment on future glory. And if you want it bad enough, plot armor will protect you. And then Yuji Itadori walks into JJK and burns that promise to the ground. He proves something terrifying. Dreams don't save you. Sometimes they just decide how you die. This isn't a story about saving the world. This is the story of what happens when the world decides you don't matter and you still have to keep living anyway. To understand Yuji, you have to understand that his tragedy doesn't begin with Sukuna's finger. It begins with a sentence. You're a strong kid, so help people. When you die, make sure you're surrounded by others. We framed this as a touching moment, a sweet goodbye from a dying grandfather. We thought it was sweet, but look closer. This wasn't advice. This was a binding vow, a command carved into his soul. In the world of Jujutsu, words have physical weight, and the last words of the dying are the strongest curse of all. From the exact second that heart monitor flatlined, Yuji Itadori stopped living for himself. He didn't grieve. He didn't take time to process. He immediately picked up the burden. Think about the sheer insanity of what happens next. He meets Megumi. He sees a monstrous curse, and he eats a rotting, 1,000-year-old finger. Why? He says it's to save people. But deep down, he is already trying to fulfill that deathbed command. He treats his life like currency, something to spend so others can live. Usually, the hero sacrifices himself at the very end of the story in a blaze of glory. Yuji tries to sacrifice himself in episode 2. He views his life as disposable from the very start, and the story punishes him for it. In any other anime, that selfless bravery would be rewarded with a power-up. Here, it is rewarded with trauma. He tries to save Junpei. He thinks if he just connects with him, if he just offers friendship, he can pull him back from the darkness. But Mahito laughs at that hope. Yuji watches Junpei die screaming, mutated into a monster right in front of him, and he can't do anything but watch. He tries to play the shonen protagonist against the finger bearer. He loses his hand. He gets beaten to a pulp. He realizes that pluck and guts don't stop a curse. Only power stops a curse. And the only power he has belongs to the devil inside him. This world doesn't reward good people. It rewards narcissists. Gojo declares, "Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one." Sukuna lives only for his own pleasure. Kenjaku treats history like a game. They thrive because they have massive egos. They force the world to accommodate them. Yuji suffers because he cares too much. He is a sheep who wandered into a den of wolves, thinking kindness would protect him. But Yuji's hell isn't just emotional. It's physical, and this is where Yuji differs from Naruto or Ichigo or Luffy. Most protagonists eventually bond with their inner power. Naruto befriends the nine-tailed fox. They fist bump. They become partners. Ichigo accepts his inner hollow is a fundamental part of his soul. Yuji lives in a timeshare with the devil. There is no friendship with Ryoma and Sukuna. There is no understanding. Imagine it, the king of curses, pure, distilled evil, living in your gut, watching through your eyes, listening to your thoughts. Every time you sleep, he is there. Every time you eat, he tastes it, waiting for you to blink so he can take the wheel and slaughter everyone you love. It is a violation of the self on the deepest possible level. Yuji's body is a prison, but he isn't the warden. He is the inmate who thinks he has the keys. And in Shibuya, the keys are taken away. This is the exact moment the story shifts from a battle shonen to psychological horror. In Shibuya, when Sukuna takes control, Yuji doesn't just black out. The implication is far worse. He becomes a helpless passenger in his own body. He can feel the domain expansion. He can feel Malevolent Shrine dissecting everything. He can hear the horrific silence that follows. And when he wakes up, he is standing in a crater. The city is gone. Thousands of lives, families, children, civilians, reduced to nothing but ash. And they are gone because of him, because he chose to live, because he chose to eat that finger back in episode 1. He vomits in the ashes, not just of guilt, but of the horrifying realization his existence is the bomb. The hero who doesn't matter is the ultimate threat to everyone he wants to protect. This breaks most characters. In most stories, this is where the hero gives up, turns evil, or runs away. But to understand where Yuji goes next, we have to look at the man who actually shaped his philosophy. Not Gojo, Nanami. Gojo taught Yuji how to fight, but Gojo is a god. His perspective is warped by his own absolute strength. Nanami Kento taught Yuji how to work. Nanami is the ultimate realist. He left sorcery because it was garbage. He tried the corporate world, also garbage. So he came back, not to be a hero, but because sorcery was slightly less garbage than overtime. Nanami treated saving people like a 9-to-5. No passion, no glory, just duty. He didn't fight because he loved justice. He fought because the work needed doing. And when he dies in Shibuya, burnt, broken, hallucinating about a beach in Malaysia, he doesn't give a grand speech. He doesn't talk about dreams. He just looks at Yuji and says, "You've got it from here." That is the heaviest curse of all. He didn't pass on a power. He passed on a shift. Yuji inherits Nanami's burden. He realizes you don't fight curses because you're the chosen one. You don't fight because it's fun. You fight them because someone has to take out the trash. It stops being an adventure. It becomes a job. This leads directly to the legendary "I am you" moment. The scene in the snow with Mahito. Throughout Shibuya arc, Mahito mocks Yuji. He calls him a hypocrite. He asks, "Can you count how many curses you've killed?" Yuji realizes he can't, just like Mahito can't count how many humans he has killed. And in that snowy forest, the illusion dies. Yuji looks at the monster who killed Nanami, who killed Nobara, and he doesn't scream, he doesn't cry. He says, "I am you." He doesn't mean "I am evil." He means, "I am a function, just like you. You kill humans. That is your nature. I kill curses. That is my nature." There is no grand morality play here. Just an ecosystem, predator and prey. Snow falls. The wolf eats the rabbit. The sorcerer exercises the curse. "I'll kill you. If you come back as another curse, I'll kill you. Change your name, change your form. I'll kill you again." This isn't heroism. It is extermination. It is the 9-to-5 job that Nanami worked until his very last breath. And after Shibuya, this mindset completely calcifies. He stops chasing a proper death. He stops trying to be a hero. He looks at Hikari and drops the line that defines his entire character arc moving forward. "I'm just a cog." Fans hated this moment. They wanted rage. They wanted a massive power-up. Instead, Yuji chose something darker and far more honest. He accepted his own insignificance. This is actually a deeply Buddhist concept, the complete removal of the self. Sukuna is the ultimate self. He is the author of his own story. Sukuna writes his absolute will onto reality. Yuji becomes the void. He realizes he is the ink, the disposable medium. When you strip away the ego, when you strip away the desperate need to be special, you become unbreakable. Look at the legendary Shinjuku Showdown. Look at the Modulo chapters dropping right now in 2026. Yuji doesn't fight with Gojo's flair. He doesn't have the 6 eyes. He fights like a machine. He takes hits that would kill anyone else. He heals. He walks forward. He punches. Again, again, again. It is terrifying. Sukuna, the king of ego, actually gets annoyed. He looks at Yuji and sees someone who simply will not break. Not because Yuji is inherently stronger, but because Yuji has already accepted that he is replaceable. You cannot break the spirit of a man who has already accepted he is a cog. A cog doesn't feel pain. A cog doesn't have an ego to bruise. A cog just spins. This is why Yuji Itadori hits so differently today. The world screams at us that we have to be special. Social media tells us we have to be the main character. We have to have a brand, a legacy, an empire. It's exhausting, especially when the reality is that most of us are grinding jobs that treat us like replaceable parts. We feel like the world is on fire and we are just trying to pay rent. Yuji shows us a different path, the path of the cog. There is a quiet, massive dignity in doing what must be done, even if it doesn't matter, even if no one thanks you, even if the history books never remember your name. Most of us aren't Gojo. We aren't born with infinite talent or a golden spoon. Most of us are Yuji. We are just trying to get through the day. We are just trying to help the few people within our reach. We endure pain not because we will be rewarded, but because we have to. He is the hero who doesn't matter, and in a world obsessed with legends, that's exactly why he matters the most. Massive thank you to everyone who commented on the last video. Special shout out to Isa Abu Medina. Your line, "In JJK the protagonists are suffering, the villains are living their best life," inspired this entire video. If you guys want the exact opposite of Yuji's story, if you want to see what happens when a character completely rejects the cog mentality and chooses pure, unapologetic selfishness, you need to click the video on screen right now.